Hello everybody, this is Robert from Asia Pacific Gardening.
And this is Nolan from Asia Pacific Gardening. We're back at this 16-foot wide maple tree that we pruned on our channel 2 years ago. So many comments saying we killed the tree, that we don't know what we're doing, that we should be ashamed of ourselves. It's 2 years later. We're gonna prove all you haters wrong because we clearly know what we're doing. So let's take a look at the status of this tree. It's time for another prune. So let's start with the inside of the tree. Right now it's July 17th. And since we pruned this tree 2 years ago, we moved a lot of dead wood 2 years ago because that tree had never been pruned. And 2 years later, there's zero dead wood. Zero dead branches on the inside of the tree. So this is why we prune maples the way we do. If light comes through evenly, look at all these new growths. Now we can do ramification training, build some internal layers. You don't want just a long branch and then leaf at the end. You want layers. Boom, boom, boom. There should be layers of the tree. It should be thin and airy. Look at the beautiful structure of this. This is why you prune trees. So this is the front side of the tree. Let me walk all the way around and look at all these pads that are showing up. 2 years ago, it was just this big mushroom. Don't mushroom your maple. That's lazy pruning. And for those of you commenting 2 years ago saying we killed the tree because you pruned more than 30%, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that 30% rule stemmed from a very fragile tree species. It doesn't apply to every tree. And if you watched the video 2 years ago, we clearly pruned more than 30% off. Look how strong this tree looks. Tell me we're wrong? We're not wrong. You're just misinformed. So now you can't really see through it. There's Robert there relaxing. We're gonna give this a thin out. And when pruning maples, you want the leaves to kind of act as a veil for the structure of the tree. The beauty of maples is not the density of the foliage. The beauty of maples is the movement of the branches. So now you know what it looks like before. Oh, almost fell. Now you know what it looks like before. We'll work our magic and show you what it'll look like after. We can't get it all done in one day because this tree is 16 feet wide. Look at this. And for those who want a more in-depth tutorial on how to prune a maple tree, just click on this video link up here. We've broken it down, and there's also a entire playlist of maple videos on our YouTube channel. Just click on the playlist, click on maples, and everything you need to know is in there. Let's get to work.
Yes.
Just a quick update on where we're at. We've thinned the bottom half of this side. Now you can start to see the structure come out. It's a lot easier to see in person, but right now we're gonna work on the back side of it. And once that thins out, you'll see more light come through, and then the structure will really pop. So let's set the camera up on the other side. Now here's the back side of the tree. Look at it now, you can't really see through it. The idea is to thin it out in a way where a small bird can fly through it. Right now, a small bird will fly here and then can't really go in and fly away. When it's really pruned out, a bird can perch on there and it brings more wildlife to your home. We need more resting places for birds because they're running out of places to live because of deforestation. So prune your tree correctly, don't mushroom your maple. Okay, we're gonna pause here because it's running towards the end of the day. We've been here, well, it's now, what, 5:50? We've been here since 8 a.m. pruning a lot. Just kidding, it's only been a couple hours. But we're gonna resume the rest at another day, so stay tuned. Hopefully I wear different clothes. All right, this is the second day. We're back to hopefully finish this maple today. It may take us third day. Something that we didn't talk about on the first day is where to really start the level of the line, how far up you want to lift it. On this side, it was pretty far down, but look at the tree here. It's kind of at a slope, so we want to even it all the way around. This back side was already at the right level, so here we need to raise it a little bit more than the other side, otherwise your tree looks kind of lopsided. And we've gotten some questions about people having their maples being mushroomed, how to treat it. The hard thing with the mushroom maple is it continuously cut this line with a hedge trimmer, and that results in just thousands and thousands of unsolicited back buds, and it makes this look super thick. So what you have to do is thin it out in layers. You don't want a flat slope like this. You want layers in the maple, and that's how you build the ramifications. That's how you build the pads. And when you thin it out in a way where a small bird can fly through it. This is where the phrase less is more comes into play. Let's get started on day 2. All right, this is still day 2, but I think we're gonna pause here. It's just way too hot. It's in the 90s. So some of you have actually asked, when is a good time to prune a maple? In the Pacific Northwest, we prune year round, except right now when it's temperatures in the 90s, that's kind of when we stop. I'm drenched, covered in sweat. It's just not comfortable, so we're gonna come back tomorrow morning to finish it up. Today, we kind of finished the bottom half, thinned off the half of the top ramification. It's a lot more airy now, so after tomorrow you should be able to see through the whole tree. If you're watching this far into the video, you probably have a maple or two in your front yard or backyard, and you're probably wondering, should I prune my maple? The answer is yes. It is always yes, and we have the right tools for you. Just visit pnetools.com/bonsai. Use the promo code bonsai at checkout. You can get 10% off select Barnell tools, and we only use Barnell tools when we prune every single maple. The ones we recommend is the B777, the blue ratchet pruner. It's a hand pruner that gives you a lot of power to prune the thicker branches. And there's also the older brother version, the BR2700. That one lets you remove thick branches with ease. Hospital bills are expensive now, so if you need amputation, this will probably do the trick. Actually, don't do that. That's terrible advice. But yeah, just visit pnetools.com/bonsai and check out some of the bar nail tools that we have available for 10% off, and they'll ship it straight to you. We're gonna come back for day 3, hopefully tomorrow morning, but it's gonna hit in the 100 degrees, so we'll see if we die from heat stroke. So we may start early in the morning. We put in maybe 3 hours of work today. So far, between my dad and I, we've put in a total of 6.5 hours already. So yeah, still got a little bit more to go. Stay tuned. All right, this is the 3rd day. We ended up not pruning yesterday because apparently Nick Lachey was in town. It got to about 98 degrees at around 11 a.m. So we said, I don't think we're gonna prune today. Today it's a much milder weather. It rained a little bit last night, so it cooled it down. It's 72 degrees right now, so it's pretty comfortable. We got most of that whole side. Now we gotta work on this canopy today. Should get it done in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So we'll put this on the last final time lapse, and then you should see the completion of the tree pretty soon. So let's get to work. Well, we're pretty much done with this tree, and some of you folks have asked in our previous video what the aftercare is like. If you want to use a good fertilizer, we honestly just use chicken manure and sprinkle it around. It really helps the growth of the maple. And the second, and this is probably the most important one, is water, water, water. You have to water your tree. Yesterday it was 100+ degrees. Today it's 80 something degrees. You have to give it plenty of water. There's no such thing as over-watering your tree if you have the right soil. Here in the Seattle area, from October to like March, it virtually rains every day. You're telling me you can overwater a tree? No, just give it a good soak. And this is why we love using the hose nozzles from Ultimate Innovations. What separates this from other garden hose nozzles is the durability of it. Watch this. I can slam this on a rock and it still works just fine. And I'm willing to do that because they back up all their product with a lifetime guarantee. Anything that goes wrong with it, it's very simple to take apart. There's really only 4 parts of this hose nozzle, and they'll send you any replacement part. We used to buy cheap garden hose nozzles that would break year after year after year. We bought one hose nozzle from Ultimate Innovations, and we've never needed to replace it. And the Ultimate hose nozzle has easy twist settings for 5 different spray nozzles, from a gentle spray all the way up to a really strong pressure jet. If you visit shopdepalma.com/collections/bonsai, use the promo code bonsai, you can get 10% off the Ultimate Fireman hose nozzle and several other products that's available on that website. Again, visit shopdepalma.com/collections/bonsai, or simply just scan the QR code right on the screen. You can get 10% off Ultimate Innovation products. Let's get to some watering, shall we? And we're done. Look at how much better this tree looks. It's very airy. You can see through all the layers clearly. A bird can easily fly through this canopy and perch on these branches. We first pruned this tree back in 2024, and this is kind of what it looked like. We did a 1-year update on 2025, and it looked like this. And then when we got here in July of 2026, it looked like this. after we spent a total of 8 hours, it now looks like this. It's so much better. And now we're at the ramification stage. We probably need to do a touch up once every other year or so. So let me give you a quick spin around this tree so you can kind of see what it looks like. So let's walk around this tree together. Look at how thin and airy it is. All the way around, you can see the structure of the tree. Remember what we said earlier. The beauty of a lace leaf maple is not about the density of the tree. It's about the movement of the branches. And all the way around, consistently, you can see the movement of the branches while able to see the leaves. And like I said before, the leaves should act as like a veil for the structure of the branch. You don't want the veil to be like a bed sheet. You can't see what's underneath. That's just weird. This is beautiful. Look at it against the clear sky. Goodness gracious. Well, hopefully you all like this video. This is 2 years later from the initial pruning. And this is our second pruning. And we'll continue to do updates on this tree as long as we get the honor of working on it. Remember, you can't compare what we're doing now to museum quality maple trees. Those have been pruned using this method for decades. We've only pruned this twice. And this is where we're at. Look at this, look at this. Come on. Come on. Alright, if you want to check out our maple video check playlist, just click on the top left up here. You should be able to click on it. And again, if you're wondering if you should prune your maple, the answer is yes. We'll see you next week.